Hey guys, welcome back to BBQ Maniac. My name is Justin, and I just want to tell you, like, when I started in barbecue, I was really into this show called BBQ Pitmasters, and it was the characters on the show that made it really work for me. I feel like I learned a lot, but there was this one character named Harry Soo. The thing that I liked about him was he just seemed like a normal guy, and it made barbecue accessible, because I just felt like someday there was probably, he seemed like the type of guy that someday I could barbecue with and just hang out with, and I don't know. It'll probably never happen. This day was nuts. Absolutely nuts. Not only did we pull the plastic wrap off the new Primo, and that's not just a figure of speech. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, right, here we go, here we go. Yeah.
There you go, baby. Got it.
That's so emotionally gratifying.
It is, isn't it?
Not only did I have T-Roy Cooks here, and Aim'em and Claim'em Smokers, and What's New Barbecue, who, by the way, James at Aim'em and Claim'em, bit of a diva. Here's the man, the myth.
Wait, is my hair okay?
Yeah,
good.
For the first cook on the Primo, James made us some ribs and sausage. Those ribs, y'all, I mean, they're okay. This is the best rib I've ever had in my life. I can't believe it. Like, my wife, even my own wife was going, yeah, he's a lot better than you. And it's true. I wasn't even offended. That boy can cook, y'all. I'm not kidding it. Those ribs were insane. But that is not the big deal. The headline is Harry freaking Soo came over. Unbelievable. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how did you arrange that? Well, Harry emailed me and I got email. And that's how it happened. He was like, hey, I want to come hang out. And I was like, as a fan of the show, I was like, why? And he was like, because I want to cook and I want to share barbecue love. And I wanted barbecue love to be shared with me. So he came over. And it was cool. He was going to be in Midland this week, so he just dropped in here to DFW at like 6:45 in the morning. He was tired.
Cooking with do you know Arias? He was the winner of the Pitmaster in 2014. And we've been cooking whole hog since Friday. 24-hour whole hog. So
Had a busy weekend.
if I start slurring and talking incoherently, at least you know why.
So we spent a few minutes getting acclimated, and he was looking around. He was giving me and Troy a hard time about our cameras, because on his YouTube channel, which by the way, go check that out, he only uses a cell phone.
And I feel like I'm undergun and undermanned here. He's got some heavy duty firepower here.
We were talking about that last night.
Yeah. When my phone grows up, he wants to be one of these things.
And then he went around looking at my cookers, and he was like, man, you got a lot of Webers.
Got a 22, got a Guru, kettles. Oh, you get them all. You buy stock in Weber or something?
But I'll be honest, I think T-Roy got the worst of it.
I have seen many cookers around the world in my travels, and by far, this has got to be the big kahuna. I have never seen a 22 with such a big dial. Either the owner must be blind because he can't see the temperature, or he has a big ego.
I'm the owner. Let me explain it.
All right, okay, go ahead and explain. Why would you have such a big...
I've got a pool. I do a lot of swimming in the pool and floating around, and it gets hot cooking all this stuff down in Texas summer. So I've got to be able to see what my pit's doing with my...
Okay.
So that's why I got that big dial. When I'm out in the pool, I can easily see what the temp
So
is.
how far are you from the pit? Because this is one hell of a big dial. It's a big ass dial. B-A-D. Big ass dial, right? I need to get one of these things, you know. So
That's
maybe when you're not watching, I'll unscrew it, take it home back
And
to me in LA.
it's adjustable too, so I've actually got it adjusted so that it's reading grade level. But I'm probably 50, 60, 70 feet away.
Years old.
Yeah. I do have bad eyes. No.
So now you have it, folks. So T-Roy Cooks, right? He's a YouTuber with a lot of followers, and I subscribe to his channel, so you guys should subscribe to. Got a lot of great content, and he's the man with the BAD, the big ass dial.
So after everything was set up, it was time to go ahead and start planning the video. And that's when we started talking about barbecue, and you could tell he had strong feelings about certain things.
Everything I tell you today is a 3-hour argument. And we can sit here and have a debate and fist fight, roll on the ground like Jerry Springer. I have done that actually personally with some of my pitmaster friends because we are very passionate about how we feel. But what I've learned over the time is that one thing at least you learned from me today is that when somebody asks you what's the best way to cook brisket, there is really no such thing as the best way. So there's only best ways to cook brisket, and some methods are preferred and some methods yield more consistent result. So what's trending in America today on the competition circuit is actually cooking hot and fast.
So today Harry taught us how to make these briskets hot and fast. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that video, and the reason is just there's so much good stuff in here that I had to make some cuts. So in this video I'm going to focus on our main topic that we talked about and some of the funny stuff that happened while we were here. It's gonna blow your mind. That guy has so much energy. And then I'm gonna take the specifics. I'll probably do a video called how to cook hot and fast brisket with Harry Soo. I'll do that in a subsequent video, and I'll link to it. I'll put a playlist up wherever the corner is where you put stuff like that, and that way you'll have all that information. But I didn't want to bog down this video or that video and have to leave stuff out, or what, you get it. But anyways, this is what we're gonna do today, and this was Harry's idea.
So I'm gonna talk you through the 4 kinds of briskets that Justin was able to source. The first one is a select brisket. This is the lower grade among the 3 briskets here. This one is going to be a Angus choice, a higher grade, and then the highest grade we have here is the prime. And then to provide for fair comparison, we also are gonna be cooking this one from Snake River Farm. This is a Wagyu brisket, very marbled. So we're gonna do a shootout with 4 grades of briskets. I'm gonna have my 4 YouTubers cook it under hot and fast conditions on a Weber Smoky Mountain 22. After we're done, we're gonna have a taste test. I'm gonna shuffle up the deck for them. I'm not gonna tell them what they're gonna be eating at the end. We're gonna judge their blind tasting scores and share with you the results of which grade of brisket reigns supreme today.
Harriet, how y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
You almost got it. You sound like a guy from California trying to sound like a southerner, but
Right.
we'll take it. We'll take
I
it.
spent 3 years at Texas Tech, so
Oh, okay.
it's been 40 years since I left Tech. So we trimmed the briskets and we're now ready to apply a product on it. So the most important item in your barbecue arsenal is the quality of the meat. Next thing you need to do is apply a good seasoning. You can apply salt and pepper on your briskets, they'll taste fine. Or you can use a product like this. I brought along my championship rub to share with my YouTube friends here. This rub has won me first place Ranchers Reserve KCBS sirloin, as well as Ranchers Reserve first place brisket. So it's done really well for me. My rub has a few extra ingredients you typically don't find, such as powdered shiitake mushroom for umami. It also has things like celery seed for smoke ring, as well as Worcestershire powder. So we're gonna apply the product onto the brisket. Apparently, when you're from the South and you eat something you really like, it's so good that you wanna slap somebody. So you heard of slap your mama, so they decided, since I'm a daddy, call it slap your daddy. My first reaction was, that's a stupid name. Who wants slap your daddy? So just to humor my coworkers, I wrote it down on a piece of paper, and I went to my very first contest and I won it, and the rest, as they say, is history. So that's how I got this goofy name, Slap Your Daddy Barbecue. So what you want to try to do is layer on the rub very evenly and then pat it down like a baby's bottom, like that. So first layer, second layer. So since I'm here in baby back Maniac backyard, so I'm gonna say that you pat it down like a baby Maniac's bottom. So if off camera, what I'll do is I'll pat his behind off camera so that this stays a G-rated YouTube video here.
I'm looking forward to that. So that didn't happen. Kind of bummed.
Something that a lot of the production assistants will do on a TV set. I've been on a few TV shoots, and sometimes the shooter or the director says, hey, more smoke, more smoke. So what happens is production assistant will run around with one of these things. The secret to getting a lot of smoke on camera is to squirt some cooking oil on the charcoal itself. It generates a lot of smoke and it gives the kind of a backdrop, so it looks like you're immersed in a barbecue environment.
So at this point we got all 4 briskets cooking, and it's time to just relax, sit back, rehydrate, cool off. It's really, really hot in Texas right now. So we're sitting there, and of course Harry's like, I think, you know, he's sitting still, but he's actually just as tons of energy. He's paying his bills and he's uploading a YouTube video. He's got a YouTube channel, y'all check it out. He gives away all his secrets. I'll put a link to that in the description box. And Troy pulls out the dripping griddle pan from the Adrenaline Barbecue Company, and he's gonna make tacos, and Harry sees that and he's like, we're making paella. And so we made paella.
Cool, rolling. All right, so we have a rice here. Beautiful jasmine rice. We got a paella pan. I have onion, garlic, some beef, some chicken stock cubes. I have some umami flavor from fish sauce. Because I'm in Texas, I gotta pay homage. We have a salsa here we're gonna use to create kind of like a paella. So rather than a Spanish paella, this is a salsa Tex-Mex paella.
Yeah.
And I like olives, so some olives here. We're gonna go out there, set it up, show you guys how you can make a quick paella for your friends and family. All right, man. Tex-Mex paella. There you go.
I think with Harry you just have to like have your seatbelt buckled up at all times.
Yeah, because we what you call you ain't what do you call if you're talking you ain't cooking.
Yeah. If you're looking, you ain't cooking. If you're talking, you're
Talking you ain't cooking. Okay, here we go, man.
looks good.
Tex-Mex paella Frankenstein.
How long will that take?
All right, probably I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. We'll see how hot this thing goes. Can I put a lid on without damaging it?
Yeah, you should be able to. It won't go down.
Can't do so.
Maybe we turn it sideways.
Okay, hang on. The seat of the pants, Iron Chef, cutthroat kitchen style, raided the pantry. I hope Justin's wife doesn't get upset at me because it's not nice to go to somebody's house and steal all their food. A little bit of rub on top here. It's a teddy bear rub here.
Oh no!
We have a little snafu here, and you pan over there and look at the pan. So what happened was there wasn't enough clearance on the handle, so when I closed the lid, this thing slipped. So not to worry, we're not deterred because we're pit masters and grill masters, so we'll make this work here. To clean up the mess here. All right, checking on the paella and do a little taste test here. So it's ready. Make sure the rice is soft. Taste one on this side here. Yeah, it's okay. It's good.
Is it ready? Is it still soft?
Yeah. It's got a little bit of the crunchiness of the crust, which is good. And that's actually highly sought after when you cook paella. So pretty dish here. We made it on the fly with some tomatoes and olives and a jar of Texas salsa right there.
Yes.
Texas salsa. So cool. We'll take it off. You gonna take it off?
Yep.
All right. I got it. All right, put
Close
it
up.
What's that?
Close up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Pretty paella.
Ooh, yeah.
Very pretty.
So the paella is done. It's great. I mean, for an impromptu paella, it turned out awesome. He was really worried my wife was going to be mad at him for raiding her pantry, and I tried to tell him like she's just going to be glad there's paella there, and she was. It was good. But no sooner had the paella came out of the cooker that the competition guys decided they were going to have a friendly throwdown. So it was Kenneth versus James versus Harry Soo.
Is this a grudge match or friendly match or what is this? Regular fights?
Just a friendly match. I mean, I've been
Channel
competing,
versus channel?
Yeah.
I've been competing for 3 years, and he just started.
Okay. So if you give me a rib, I'll throw down you guys. So we have a 3-way throwdown. One grand champion, one backyard, and one advanced backyard.
Just need one more rack.
Yeah, when you go to one more rack. This is the baby back Maniac house.
We got to the store. I mean,
Oh, you don't have it in your freezer? No freezer?
I'll go get a rib.
No, you give me a handicap. I'll cook with frozen rib out there.
Oh, there you go.
I'll put frozen against their real rib and
Right.
we'll go throw down, 3-way
Maybe
throw
I'll
down.
tell Justin. Not Justin.
I'm just.
He's just
He's got this thing where he's never gotten my name right, like ever. And so now
Yeah.
everyone calls me Jason.
Who's Jason?
No one.
Barbecue opens up great opportunities. All you need to do is open your heart and let everybody in, show people your secrets, and that's pretty much it. See?
Spread the love.
Spread the love to the
Where's the
world.
love?
Love is like a boomerang, comes back and hits you on the side of the head bigger than you possibly imagine. So we're gonna introduce a little bit of barbecue rib love today in Baby Back Maniac's backyard.
We have an impromptu rib throwdown between the 3 competition cooks. We've got Mr. Harry Soo. He's got these ribs right here in the front, in the middle. That is Mr. James, name him and claim him. And then in the back, we got Kenneth from What's New Barbecue. So we're gonna let these things cook and then we're gonna taste them and see which one's best. How does that feel, Kenneth, to be going against that kind of firepower? What's your strategy going into
It
this?
feels awesome. My strategy is watch these fine fellows right here, and you know, I saw he was using some things and I made up the excuse, I didn't bring anything, can I borrow what you brought? So,
That way they kind of give you your secret, their
yeah,
secrets in the process.
Exactly, yeah.
Very smart of me.
We have 4 pieces for 4 judges.
Yes.
And Slappy Daddy is going to be the tiebreaker. So should there be a tie, I will decide which big team wins via fist fight or arm wrestle. Right. Let's do it.
I'll let you watch the other guys' channels to find out who won, but it is kind of funny what happened. At this point, we've done 4 briskets, 3 racks of ribs, paella twice, and what else? Oh, and Troy started making those beef tacos. What's going on over here?
Well, I've got some buffet steak here that I reverse seared, and I'm now searing it directly, as you can see. Got some hot coals going.
That looks pretty. Is this going on your channel?
No, this is going on James's channel, Aim 'em, Claim 'em Smoker.
Oh. Getting tired. It's hot. But hey, we still got brisket. Okay guys, we got the scores added up. First off, y'all go check out Harry Soo. He's on YouTube now. So I'm gonna jump in here one last time. I noticed that I mentioned his channel 3 times and I wanna make something really clear. He didn't ask me for anything. He didn't ask me to promote his channel. He didn't ask to promote his rubs. In fact, we had to encourage him to talk about that kind of stuff. Y'all, he's a giver. Like, he really is. He's not a taker. I do want you guys to go check him out, and I think that's why. I think that's why I said it 3 times, now 4. He's just a good dude. So y'all go check him out. That's number 5. 5 times.
We have a lot of content on it. I have 50+ videos taking care of all your questions about competition barbecue and backyard barbecue. So let's get down to the drum roll, right?
Okay.
So let's go talk about the conclusion from our test. You want to set up what we did? And then
Absolutely.
We'll talk about
So we all tasted every one of these briskets, and then we wrote down our scores. And so now we have a 1st place, 2nd place, 3rd place, and 4th place, and I think this is gonna surprise you a little bit. So what was our number 1 choice? What was the most popular choice?
So it's a tie between the prime and the Wagyu. That's the conclusion.
Okay, so
Solid 2nd place behind the tie was the choice, and the 3rd place consensus was the select brisket. So the grades do matter, which is what we bore out, even though we had a very small sample size of 4 YouTubers here, and my tiebreaker, I sided for the prime. So if you take my score out, you can see right here on the last line, it's gonna be a tie between the Wagyu and the prime. Solid 2nd place for the choice and 3rd place for the select. So the question that all your viewers will have is, how much money do you want to spend? What kind of meat are you gonna buy? You want to share your sentiments on that?
you know, I think it played out exactly kind of like what you'd expect. Just like you said earlier in the day, like there's a diminishing returns on what you spend. So select was the least popular, choice was the 2nd least popular. That's what you would expect when you grade these out. And then prime and Wagyu, that's the, you know, that's the high-end stuff. And there was a little bit of difference for a lot more money, but at the same time, you know, it could go either way. You even said that was a really good looking prime.
Yes,
today.
that was a super prime. I've not seen such a good prime. So I cook a lot. I cook a lot of brisket. So in my humble opinion, that prime that we saw today that we cooked is probably 1 in 100.
Yeah.
So this is not a typical prime. So I cook a lot. So I can give you my word that prime was absolutely amazingly marble, way beyond a normal prime. Now, in terms of costs, which I know you will ask us, is money-wise, right? So tell them the prices of per pound that you bought.
Okay, I got this at Costco. The prime came from Costco. It was $3.23 per pound, and then the Wagyu came from Snake River Farms.
It's about $200. So $200 for 15 pounds. So it's about 4 times the price.
Yeah, but if you're in a competition situation, you want a little bit of an edge. You're probably going to be more likely to get a better, more consistent end product with the Wagyu. Whereas Costco prime can sometimes be hit and miss. So
Today we got lucky and the Costco prime was super, but I can tell you I cook a lot of primes from Costco. This was exceptional. So
yeah.
I'm not sure if this was an outlier or just kind of skewed the results, but definitely if you don't want to take any chances, if you cook a Snake River Wagyu for competition, you definitely have an edge. I wouldn't go to a contest bringing in a prime if I'm up against another 70 teams using a Wagyu steak, a Wagyu per brisket.
There's also a lot more you have to trim off the prime from Costco. So, well, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate you.
Always a pleasure hanging out with my YouTube buddies here, and we have so many ideas to try. Justin is only about 3 hours from me, so look out for more videos. I'm gonna drag him out to California, make him cook some tofu and artichoke with me. So come join us for the ride.
Go check out his YouTube channel, Harry Soo. That's what you're.
Yeah, just look for Harry Soo, Slap Your Daddy.
His rubs, Slap Your Daddy barbecue is the name of his rubs. You can check them out on his website. Thanks to What's New Barbecue, T-Roy Cooks, and Amy McClain Smokers for coming and
you guys want to come and do a group hug?
Yeah, group hug again.
Group hug, everybody, group hug. All right, these are a swell bunch of guys. You know, I met them for the very first time coming up to Dallas here, and we feel like we've known each other for a long time, way longer than we think that, you know, for a short time we spent together. When barbecue brothers and sisters hang out together, there's a kindred spirit because we are joined by our insane passion for the madness of perfection for barbecue, spreading barbecue love, calling to you from Dallas, Texas.
Love you guys. So do you share all your tricks when you do your classes, or do you like...
I share my tricks to anybody who wants to listen because life is short, right? You're judged really by what you leave behind. What I hope to do is spread some barbecue love in this world. The key to cooking food is actually having fun, spreading love, building relationships, creating memories. That's really what's so special about barbecue.